everybody. It is such a joy to be here. Although I must say, it was difficult leaving Melania. Okay, I want you to know that anytime they tell you you've got to be locked for the next 2 weeks in a room with Melania Trump, it's a good thing. You know, I have problems with the way they use words in the English language. Negative, positive, which is which? I mean, I have some negative news for you. You're positive. Oh, that's good. No, it's negative. When they told me, I don't know, it's just so confusing. And I am never confused. Trust me on this, folks. The greatest man in the entire world. Not the greatest. Okay, we've got to give it up for the big guy, Jesus. What do you say, huh? In here? Yes? Absolutely. I'm only the second greatest. Okay, it's true. It's true. In the back of the book, it says, in the last days, the trump will sound. And I've been sounding for a few years, folks, and it's been sounding great to me. And if you ask me, I think we need to make that sound for 4 more years. What do you guys think? 4 more years. Is there anybody in here that loves America? Let me hear you tell me about it. Yes, America, what a place. Who would have ever thought that a simple businessman, a simple-minded businessman, I might add too. I am simple-minded because the simple ways are the best. My way or the highway. It's very simple, folks. But when you work it, and you work it hard, and you work it a long time, trust me, I got my 10,000 hours in many years ago. It works, it just works, and I just kept working it all the way to the top. And now, we're gonna keep it going. And that's what I think. You know, people get tweaked when I say I'd like to be president for another 14 or 15 years. But I think that'd be great, and then at the end we can give it to Ivanka. What do you think, Ivanka? Yeah, it'll be fantastic. Faith, freedom, and family, folks. Faith, freedom, and family, those are my 3 themes. And ironically, they're all 3 words that start with the letter F. And I love that. I love limericks, you know, I love rhymes, and I love poetry, and I love symbionts, and things like that. The one thing I hate is when I'm standing on stage in front of 10,000 people, and I feel a fart forming. I hate it when that happens. That's when I have to go off script and make up a bunch of words that give me an excuse to say, huge! Because it's the best word I've found for slipping one out. And sometimes it's just a little huge. And sometimes it's a belly huge. Sorry about that, folks. Now look, I know that you know that I know that I'm not really Donald Trump. Okay, I'm here tonight as a world-class impersonator, but I'd like to use the rest of my time to introduce you to the real me. Would you like to meet the real me? Would you? Let me hear it. Okay, great, ladies and gentlemen. Nice to meet you. I'm George W. Bush. Oh, good to see you. Wow. Great to be with you. Great to be here, Provo or Pruvo or whoever you are. Oh, I love you. I love America. I love Laura. Oh, man. That girl, she still makes my heart go pity-pat. You know, when I first met her, she was a librarian. That's why I checked her out in the first place. And she still flies my kite. She floats my boat. She flips my flapjacks. And she's taught me how to use words. She says, George, you just take the big words and you break them down into their participles. Like that one word, you go new and clear. Here, try with me. Everybody on this side say, new, clear. A little louder. New, clear. One more time. New, clear. Yeah. And then you mash it together. Nuclear. It's beautiful strategery. I love it. And I love the opportunity to, get a chance to hang out with my people, just to, mix shoulders and elbows with folks and just be around, because it's fun. It's great. Camaraderie. It's the best. And so I thought I'd just take a couple minutes here to share with you something that I like to call my vision for America. Okay, so I need your participation. This is a interactive little part, okay? I need you to say this after me. This is important. Courage.
Courage.
Communication.
Communication.
Character.
Character.
Excellent. I call those the 4 C's of leadership. Hey, it takes a lot of character to do what I did. Run the country, fight terrorists, be anywhere close to Dick Cheney. Ooh. Remember Cheney? But when you're a leader, and all of you are leaders, you're leaders of businesses, leaders in your home, leaders in your school. You've got to lead by your values and stick by your principles, even when it seems like nobody in the media thinks your ideas are any good. I had to put up with that, sir, but it's all right, I got used to it. Now I got thick skin like an elephant, which is the symbol of the Republican Party. My Democratic brothers and sisters here tonight are depicted as a donkey, or as my friends down south would call you, burritos. Now, the second C is communication. Now, do not underestimate. I've studied the studies, and communication is the most important part of talking. Good communication is only 15% verbal, which in my case is a good thing. But when you're bilingual, you've got to be careful to use the words you mean to use with carefully, or else you can create an international incident, as I learned recently during a trip to Krakistan. There's a big difference between saying I want a cracker and I am a cracker. It's huge. Now, the third C, character. Character. And I know you folks all know what I mean by character, although it's kind of sometimes hard to paint the tail on the donkey of what character actually is. Because you've got cartoon characters and then you've got people characters. But I'm talking about the characteristics, the American characteristics of love, of kindness, generosity. And I've flown Air Force One. Oh, Air Force One. Now that's a man cave. I've flown Air Force One all over the world. I've slept in Buckingham Palace. I've watched the sunrise over Jerusalem. And I have feasted in the deserts of Abu Dhabi. I love that word. Abu Dhabi. Sounds like bibbidi bobbidi. So to capsize what I'm trying to say, I stand strong on character, and character in America is strong. Stronger than anywhere else in the world. It's true. And I want to continue to be a character who inspirates. So I've been asking myself, well, what is it that moves people, that emotes people? And you know what it is, ma'am? It's music. Music. It's the universal language of love. Well, I dare say each and every one of us, we've got songs stored in our heart, songs that meant something to us the first time we heard them, and now every time you hear them, it just takes you right back to where you were the first time you heard it. And then there's great American anthems like, help me out with this one, Oh, say, can you see? That was the fourth C, by the way, yeah. You know, I like the letter C, but D is my favorite letter. You know why? D is the first letter in the word W. That's right. So anyway, I've been taking guitar lessons from my friend Willie Nelson. Hey, he's legal in 14 states. And I actually brought my guitar. Would y'all want to hear a song? Sure. All right. Well, this will be fun. All right. So now, I'm not very good at it. I've only had a couple of lessons, but I'm an old painter, an old president, but I'm a new singer. Yeah, my new moniker, the Singing Bush. You got to be courageous and try new things. See, right here I've got 20 cents, but if I throw it over there, it becomes a paradigm shift. Do you like that? You can use it in your show. Okay, here we go. Let's see. Oh, man, the left hand doesn't know what the right hand is doing. Here we go. All right, here we go. Thank you. Well, I'm the free world leader. Freedom's rolling out to you. Oh, let it roll. Well, I'm the free world leader now, mama. Freedom's rolling out to you. Well, I'm the good news instigator, compassionate conversator. This freedom is rocking and rolling on out to you. Got me a nuclear buster, protecting freedom, that's what I do. Oh, you know it's true. Got me a daisy cluster, protecting the red, white, and blue. Well, you best not mess with US, baby, or US sure will mess with you. Yeah, let's hear for the red, white, and blue. Well, I'm a Laura lover. Ooh, that lovely lady stays on my mind. Whoa, she's so fine. Well, I'm a Laura lover. That lovely lady stays on my mind. That was the president doing the king. Well, I'm so glad I got her love for my own now. Sweet child, there won't be no child left behind. Seems how lately, babe, got a bad case of red, white, and blue. Oh, yeah. Oh, you guys are too great. Thank you so much. All right, clap while I put this down. Sorry about that. You know, I'll never forget the first time I flew Air Force One into the green zone in the Middle East. It was Thanksgiving, 2003, a moonless night. We had to fly over under the cover of complete darkness. No running lights, no landing lights. We had to feel our way in.
I won't say we hit anything when we landed, but Laura and I got new camel hair coats out of the deal. Went over there to encourage the troops, eat a little turkey with the boys, and prove to the world that George W. Bush does not have arachnophobia. We've had some times, we've had the privilege of traveling all over the world, sharing the great message of America and welcoming guests. One of my favorites was the time the Pope popped over. Yep, it was Pope Benedict back in the day. And he came over during the anniversary time of 9/11 to pray over the site of 9/11. And then they threw a big ticker tape parade for him down Madison Avenue, you know, and he was riding in that bulletproof little Volkswagen Beetle. We called it the Popesicle. And then we flew him down to Washington for a big state dinner on the lawn. And then, you know, we got to know each other. Pope Benedict, it's one of them letter numbers. Anyway, so then he wanted to walk with me through the White House and pray over America by praying through the different rooms in the White House. And it was wonderful. It was a great guy. We enjoyed each other's company, and everything was great until he broke out that smoky, swingy thing of his. Because, see, I had just enacted a no smoking policy in the White House. And I didn't know what that was. I mean, I'm a Methodist. You know what, is it a hookah? I didn't know, you know. So here he's just going along, you know, praying, you know. The Pope prays, by the way, in Latin American. And, you know, do you ever have one of those things that you say, and as soon as you say it, you wish you could get it back, but it's too late because it's already been said? Trump does that all the time. So I said, hey, Benny, we'd gotten on a first name basis, you know. I said, can I swing it? He said, no. I wanted to swing it because I was so curious about that stuff that's inside there, you know, the stuff that they burn. I wanted to know if it would stay in if I did a 360. So it was fun. And then the next day in the briefing room, I was sharing the whole story with everybody in the room there, you know, and I remembered that fragrance, that smell, you know. And I asked Cheney, I said, what do they put in that burner? And he said, well, it's potpourri, Mr. President. Makes perfect sense. Well, folks, I've had such a joy with you tonight, such a privilege, such a pleasure being with you. You're a great audience. I love you. I love America. God bless you, and don't forget to pray for the president. God bless you, and have a great night.